All right, first day out. We're gonna try to do this here right on the tailgate. Got my little punch set, got my license. It's probably a nice piece of copper or brass. I'm gonna cut that. Bought some tools. Okay, got these traps, but I gotta have my number on here, my license number. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna try to get this done. Here's the last couple numbers of it. Looks good. I'm just gonna cut that out and put it on a trap. We're in order. Ha! Check this out. Now I got the ones. Look, this is just temporary here. I got the good one. I'm gonna order them off the internet. Get your little deal on there. We're ready to roll. We're gonna set this trap. There's our first makeup right there. Hopefully I did everything right. I got this stick over here. Hopefully maybe guide them in. I'm thinking they're gonna come from over this way to the left here. They have to step over that, or they gotta come in to about right there. My trap is. That's my little hole right there. That's where all the goods are. So we'll give her a rip. About 7:15, going to check the traps. We got two out, the first two traps. Stay with me here. I'm gonna check them out. I couldn't sleep one bit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I was kind of excited about this. When you do things, now I did trapping before. I was with a friend of mine, and it's a different feeling when you're just riding along. But when you're the guy in control of everything, it's different. You should do these things in life. You know, this year I did my deer, when I shot this doe, basically everything, from the gutting of it, the processing of it, right to putting it in the freezer. I did everything basically on my own. Yes, my buddies helped me. You never forget that. Okay, they all helped, dragging it, you know, hanging it. But the process, when you do things on your own, it's a different story. Just remember that. So I got this feeling with these coyotes, kind of doing this all my own. It's wild. Oh, someone dug it up. Somebody dug it up. No tracks though. See any tracks, Jake?
Nope.
Somebody dug it up. But we're gonna reset this thing and see what happens. Okay, Jakey, what you got going on there? Where's your trap?
Trap, center of my trap with pan.
Is
right
where?
Here.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna put this little stick here like I did last time when I caught the fisher.
Okay, yeah, good luck
Put
with that.
Right in front of the trap, so when they come in here, you know, they step right in front of it on a trap.
Okay.
Worked the last time, I don't know, we'll see.
Well, that was a
Might
fisher.
might have been luck.
That might have been luck, but we're just gonna send it. Tell them what happened, Jake. You released, well, we released a fisher here.
Fisher.
Beautiful fisher. He's out of season, but we released him safely. But here's what happened with him. That fisher, when I pulled up in here to check it, a coyote was pretty much ready to eat this guy. He was within 10 yards of it, running all around in circles. If the coyote was coming in on this fisher. So he's got a good circle here. He's got a good, you know, really good eye appeal. So we're gonna try this out on this particular set. Okay, here's our remake of this one. Got some stuff on the back there. A little fox urine, some bait. There's my little hole right back there. My trap's right in the middle there. And it looks like the trap was set off. Maybe that fisher got into my trap. Coyote's around. He'll come check it out. Okay. I was running just a rod here to drive my land anchors in. Got it nice and cleaned up. That's ready to rip. They fit in there perfect now. Got myself a nice heavy duty 4-pounder. This baby's nice. This drives them right in good. Now what I want to do here is I'm going to put a plate. I just got to find a piece of scrap, put that on there like that, and I'm going to weld that on there nice. That'll be ready to go so I can pound through some ice and have a hammer. So that's a dual tool. Just a nice hardened nut. Had Jakey boy weld it on there for me. Cut it to about 2 foot, so I'll give that a rip. Let me show you the land anchor quick. Okay, there it goes. Okay. I like these because you can pound them through rocks. You know, if it hits a rock or a root, you can kind of pound through it. The other ones that are a flat disc, they don't work as good, as I noticed, for our soil here. We have sand, we got clay, we got rock, we got shale, we got just about everything you can throw at us, and I feel like this is the best one for right now for us. Okay, here's our next dilemma. Deer came by. And that's their hoof. The trap was right here. I threw it over there. I think, and I just seen the deer take off, so I don't know if the deer came by and stepped on it, because there is a little run right here. We're figuring it out. Okay, second little trap here. From this morning till now, this is evening, it's about 20 minutes before it's going to get dark here. Might have to switch this up a little. Okay, Vic here. I just want to add this to the video before I forget. Now, Jimmy Smith, he gave me a guy or a company on the internet that he buys all of his traps from, okay? J.C. Conner, JCCONNER.com. He told me, I'm pretty sure, I didn't mess this up, 30 dozen he just bought. And that's what he's been running when he goes to Kansas, Oklahoma there. 20 days, 420, definitely 400 plus coyotes. So, I mean, we're learning here from the best. Thank you, Jim. And I texted him and called him a couple times here, and he's given me some clues and some stuff, and we're going to perfect this thing. So I'm in the learning process. I'm definitely going to call JC Conner or get on their website and definitely probably order one more dozen, maybe 2 dozen traps. Bridger number 3, I believe we're running. One thing I did notice from this past week of trapping, nothing fancy. We just had two traps in the ground. One trap was not dyed, not waxed, just put it in the ground. So we were just trying that out. The one that I had, that was Jake's. He just bought it, put it in the ground, and that was a dogless. The one I have has a dog on it and with pan tension and all that. And what I'm thinking is, and the one that I was running too was one of Jim's, and I think it was for out-of-state traps. When that trap closes, it has a little tiny gap, okay? A little gap. And I think the fisher that came around, he got into my trap. You could tell something went in that, and he pulled his paw out. He had enough. So to keep the other critters out of your trap, I think that little gap, that possibly is what that's for. I don't know. You guys that are watching for trapping, you guys let me know about that. What do you prefer, the one that closes all the way or the one that shuts right down? Now, the one that closes right up, the one that Jake had, that's the fisher was in that, and it was a smaller trap. Then what I discovered is the second day, the deer came around, okay? After we remade the set, the next day, the next morning, the deer must have put his foot right in it, set the trap off, pulled his hoof out of there, did it to mine, did it to Jake's trap. So, I mean, I'm on a run. What I did was I rolled a piece of wood in the way, try to block the run and force him right into my thing, but it didn't work. And the weather got really nice, and we just started working at my yard. But, so we had about 3 days worth of good trap in there. So I don't know what the timeline most guys run their traps in a certain area, but we'll get to that point. We did the best we can for what we're up to. Let's see here. Pan covers. I just have a little, you'll see in the picture, you might see a little piece of it. Wax paper I put over the pan. Seemed to work. I don't know. I've seen a couple other guys. They got like a mesh looking deal. We'll get into that. I modified my driver. You see that? Jake helped me weld that up. Thank you, Jake. And I think it's a 3 or 4 pounder. I'm going to actually put a little edge on that, so I'll be able to have a hammer and a chisel. Now I'm cutting stuff out of my bucket. My bucket's getting smaller and smaller. And the reason why, when we go to the Adirondacks next year, on the hike in, I can set a line, and every week I can set them traps. And the 3-4 days that we're there, we might get a coyote, and on the way out of there, we can hike them out of the woods. So it's just putting another level of stuff here onto our hunting and outdoors experience. This is kind of this is experimental for me. So any clues you guys give me, please leave the comment. Really like that. It helps me out. Let's see here. Oh, I was looking around, scoping around the easiest way to trap and die. Whoa, mud on. Trap and die. There's a handful of videos out there. You can go crazy on YouTube. How to dye, clean, dye them, and wax your traps. The one that I did like, I forget the guy's name, but I seen him. Old school guy. That's what I like. He washes the traps. He hits them with some vinegar. He hangs them up, and he lets them rust up. And then what he does is he dunks them into the dye. He dyes them. He hangs them. He washes them off, and then he puts them into I think it's a Betty Crocker crock pot, electric, and you can set the temperature. That's what I like about that. And when you get that wax in that Betty Crocker, you just designate that thing, and every year you cap it up, keep it clean. You just store it away. When you're ready to go, if you had to add some more wax to it, you add it. And I think for my little operation, small, yearly little thing, and if I got to clean them up mid-season, you could do it right there. So I'm kind of liking that. If you guys looking for a clue of that, little Betty Crocker. I'm going to track one down here tomorrow in the next couple days and get that ready to go. To release this fisher, we took a board, and you pin him down with the board like this, cut out like a V, and you hold him down. He was mad. He was a mad guy. He's a big fisher too. It was crazy. You would never know there was fisher in this area, but they're there. Big boy. Whew. And he released the trap. He went out flying. It was pretty wild. I was pretty pumped up about that. That was an experience, you have to experience. Yeah, if you don't see it, you see me, I'm punching my number, my license number, I believe it is, onto that little copper or brass tag that I cut out of some scrap. That was because I'm in a rush. I want to get them out there. I want to be legal. And that number, you got to have them on them traps. So I got a couple more I'll make just with my punches. I want to use my tools, so I'm just being a minimalist here. And punch my numbers in, put it on the trap, get it out there. But I am going to call a company off the internet. Don't know their name at the moment, but probably the next video I'll let you know. You give them all their information. You probably order 100 tags, and maybe within a month they can have these tags to you. So at least for next year, I'll be pretty legit, nice and clean, small, nice tag. Get them on a trap. That's all. Hope you guys enjoy it. Be ready for next week. We might have a snowstorm coming in on Monday. Might have to do some snow removal and snow plowing, salting, and all that deal. But traps are out right now. But I'll be back out there. I got another location we're going to try now, the next round around, and we should have this 4-wheeler ready to rip. Cody should have that ready, and get everything on that and roll. Oh, and another thing, I'm setting up like a pack board to put a bucket or all my trapping equipment. I want to be able to hike into a couple areas that are a little remote, and I know there's a lot of critters, a lot of sign there. Got to get on that sign. You got to get the traps on the sign and hit it hard if you know they're there. And I know they're there, so we're going to do it. But unfortunately, you can't get any vehicles near the area. You got to hike in, probably a solid mile. So I'm good with that. I'm cool with it. All right, guys. Till next time. Happy trapping, happy small gaming out there.